Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael. You're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. So Celebration 2016 is over, just ended this last weekend. We made a previous video the other week saying, hey guys, we're getting a Rogue One trailer on Friday, July the 15th. Well, we did.
Kind of.
We did. The only thing is that no one's seen it outside of Celebration attendees, barring crappy cell phone videos that are out there, which
we haven't looked at. No, we don't want to
watch
see
it properly. You shouldn't either.
Yeah.
But what we did get, the thing that aired on ABC, or was it NBC?
ABC.
Right, that's Disney.
Yeah.
That 3-minute special thing was not the trailer. It was actually what's called a Sizzle reel, which is basically like a promotional highlight reel for Rogue One. But we saw a lot of new footage, a lot of cool stuff in that, and that was released. It was also shown at Celebration and released online and shown on ABC.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of sort of behind the scenes type shots and everything, and maybe a couple things that might make it into the movie. But it's a lot of the stuff that's just kind of like rough takes at the moment and everything. Like we can see sort of a lot of stunts that are being performed, behind the scenes ones, and it's cool to see that because a lot of them are very practical effects.
Yeah,
like we see one explosion actually happen with the stunt team. They jump down and like a piece of debris falls on one of them and stuff.
A lot of times they might use like foam bricks. I'm hoping that's a piece of foam and not like an actual brick that just nailed that stunt woman right in the shoulder.
Yeah.
One thing that's abundantly clear, just in terms of first impressions, this is definitely a war movie through and through. It looks really raw and gritty.
Yeah.
And Gareth Edwards was talking about being honoring the Star Wars tradition while also bringing something totally new, totally different take.
Which seems kind of like a jab a little bit at Force Awakens. Maybe not intentionally, but what he means is he knows that this is not a numbered movie. It's not going to be one of the main series numbers, so he can kind of do, which we're kind of hoping for. Something it seems different. Like it's something different. Yeah. And
he was kind of saying that that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So I guess the main emphasis, I'm sure you've all seen this, so we don't really have to tell you, but the main emphasis seems to be stunts, action, and aliens, actually. They showed a lot of alien and creature designs, because the first teaser was pretty much all humans, and this one showed a lot of really cool-looking alien designs.
Yeah. It's really cool to see. There's one part near the end of it where we see just a whole bunch of faces and everything, and you can see a lot of them. And we also see a lot of practical effect aliens as well. There's people in actual suits and then masks and everything, and it looks really good. And it's really nice to see sort of the practical effects thing that we saw a lot in Force Awakens. We see it a lot now, and it's nice that they're kind of paying that homage to the original trilogy and continuing with that.
Yeah, one thing that's pretty cool is it looks like they're doing some rear projection stuff, because there's a shot of Orson Krennic standing on the Death Star, and he's looking out onto the planet, and it's a behind-the-scenes photo, and it's all there. It doesn't look like it was composited in for the behind-the-scenes. I think that's just an old-fashioned rear projection, because if it's not moving, you just need an illuminated screen, and you can do it in camera for a fraction of the price.
Yeah, and seeing as a lot of the stuff that we saw was kind of raw a little bit, I don't think that would have been
completed.
Completed and edited. Also, we see a reflection of it on the floor. That would have been a whole extra work they would have to do. In
not that they couldn't have done that with CG, of course.
They
but
can.
I don't think they would have.
Yeah, especially because a lot of the stuff that we saw, we saw some blue screen things. There wasn't all complete footage yet.
None of it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's also a part where you see they're on a gimbal of some kind, and there's a panoramic sort of point of view rear projection video. I don't know if that's just so the actors can see where they're flying, maybe the camera's looking at the actors. It looked almost like animatic, previs style. Yeah. So I guess you guys all have seen the Sizzle reel by now, so this is nothing new to you guys. But what we will be briefly touching upon is some sort of Easter eggs or little things you may have missed that maybe hint at some cool stuff you're going to see.
Yeah.
So just among minor things, you see there is one shot of an Imperial soldier assaulting a stormtrooper, and if you look at it, it's the same costume that you see Jyn Erso wearing in the first teaser, and she's using these batons or sticks.
Yeah, you see her with the two behind her.
And if you look at that shot in the first teaser, which they also show again, and now it's illuminated in silhouette, and you can see that she carries those sticks on her back.
Yeah.
So that's they're infiltrating the bunker, the planet, or whatever, the Death Star, whatever it is that they're infiltrating.
Yeah.
Which goes into the second point. So they sneak in disguise to get their way in there after assaulting with a landing party, and then they sneak in, get some uniforms to like go deep in there.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of them running away in slow motion, and it looks like she's carrying the same like data packet that you see in the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
And it looks like some kind of hard drive. I'm assuming those are the Death Star plans.
Yeah, and they're running on the beach at that point, so that's kind of where the escape looks like it's gonna happen.
So they punch their way in, go incognito, get the plans, and then escape.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
So some things that we didn't see, I guess, in the Sizzle reel were anything about Darth Vader, which we kind of knew they'd keep it a bit secret, and we didn't really see any of Orson Krennic's character.
No, I don't think, other than that one shot of him looking out the thing.
Right, yeah. So we didn't see too much of that, which is like kind of, it's still good, I think, for us to leave that aspect of it a mystery. I think it helps a bit with like suspense for those types of scenes with the antagonists. Some other things that we see too are there's like sort of a shot of the rebels like discussing, I guess,
like
the
a
plans
war room.
In a war room.
And you see Mon Mothma there.
Yeah, Mon Mothma. We also see Bail Organa, I think.
It definitely looks like him.
Yeah, it's behind the camera, so you can't see the person's face, but it looks like it's the same beard and a very similar like outfit.
Yeah, he's got the cape. It's if you look at Revenge of the Sith, he has a similar cape. The only thing is that his tunic is a different color because he has more of like a gray bluish one in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
I'm sure in 20 years he got a new tunic.
Yeah.
Still has the same cape though.
Yeah.
So look for that. That's really interesting. And right next to him, it's a little bit out of focus. I swear to God, that's General Dodonna from A New Hope, who is the guy that leads the briefing on the Death Star plans.
Yeah.
Of course, he would be in Rogue One. That's his whole role is like, I know about the Death Star plans. I've been part of this mission for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, Mon Mothma's there as well. And one final Easter egg, they're showing the beach invasion, and it's like an assistant director or something, and he's like giving direction. He's like, okay, X-wings kill the AT-AT.
Yeah.
And so at least some of those Imperial walkers that you see are going to be taken out by X-wings, which you see on the poster. You see X-wings flying in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a cool moment to look forward to. They just put that little snippet in. It's easy to miss.
Yeah.
So there is a one shot towards the end where it's Jyn Erso in the rain, and there's like this blowback of water, and it's a very dramatic looking shot.
Yeah.
We don't know what that is, but we do have some theories.
I think it might be a shot near the end of the movie, probably near the climax, and I think my personal opinion is that it might be Darth Vader, like, coming down, and I don't know.
His ship is landing, or the ramp is lowering, or something, and it's the blowback from that.
Yeah, because it seems like it's a very dramatic moment. She's, like, on her knees in the rain, and it seems like it's going to be some, big epic moment. Yeah. And I think, seeing as we don't really know where Darth Vader's fitting in yet, he might come in at the end, and I kind of think, I'm not 100% sure on this, because it might be a bit dark, but the movie seems to be dark. I think he's going to kill some of the main cast for sure, and maybe, It's a bit dark to just get slayed in cold blood at the end, but I think that's something that would.
Well, it's like the sacrifice. We got the Death Star plans, but we didn't make it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think also Orson Krennic might be killed off because he's like the director. That's why he's the director, Orson Krennic, director of like top secret strategic weapons research or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's basically the guy in charge of building the Death Star. But then by the time we get to New Hope, which takes place immediately after, Tarkin's in charge, and Orson Krennic is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
So like. Maybe like he can't kill Darth Vader, obviously.
No,
so he's like would be the one villain that you could take out of the picture.
Yeah.
Then like maybe after he dies, Tarkin takes over.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like, where's Orson Krennic in A New Hope? But at the same time, where's Tarkin in Rogue One if he's the guy in charge of the Death Star?
Yeah.
Unless we do get a cameo from him.
Yeah, or Orson Krennic gets replaced, either gets killed off or something, or gets replaced because the plans got stolen, and maybe they get pissed off at him, and Darth Vader even
chokes him.
Yeah,
that would be like a very undignified death. It's not like he goes out in a blaze of glory and Jyn kills him.
Yeah,
it's just like he just gets his neck snapped by his boss.
Yeah, I think there's a way for them to go to.
You're fired.
Because I think they always kind of want to make Darth Vader seem like a menacing bad guy, but also because of the redemption in Return of the Jedi, it kind of like if they have him killing bad guys as well, it's kind of like maybe makes him.
Well, this is actually, I think that's a good point. Not specifically what you just said now, but just the thing of him killing Orson Krennic. Like, in Empire Strikes Back, when Admiral Ozzel comes out of hyperspace too close to Hoth, he chokes him to death just over that.
Yeah.
If the guy in charge of the Death Star lets the Death Star plans get stolen, which eventually leads to its destruction, that guy's not getting out of there alive if he's not already killed by the rebels.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Yeah. As for Tarkin, I don't know. Because it takes place immediately before A New Hope, and obviously Peter Cushing's long gone. it's not like it takes place like years earlier where you have a bit of leeway. It's like, and I don't know if you could do CG.
Yeah, but I mean,
Cushing.
They got someone else from Mon Mothma, so you could get someone, I guess, like the lookalike from.
Well, she is like her twin.
I know,
like,
yeah, that's kind of on the nose on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, I guess overall it wasn't the trailer that I hoped, but
Yeah.
it was cool to see nonetheless. Lots of new stuff.
Yeah, it makes me excited for the movie. I mean, at this point, any extra footage that we get to see makes me excited, and it was cool to see all the special effects, or sorry, all the practical effects. Yeah, and it just seems like they're trying really hard for this movie, and they have a unique story to tell, which is really cool.
Okay, so thanks guys for watching. Leave us your feedback, what you thought of it, what you liked about the sizzle reel, what you didn't like, anything we missed, details we may not have picked up on. Be sure to leave us your feedback because we love hearing from you guys. Teaches us things that we don't know about.
Yeah, we can't catch everything in the trailer, right?
Exactly. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next episode.